Hello, welcome to Jae Walking. Today is November 1st and this is episode 15. I am walking at a beautiful park downtown Oakville, and the park is a memorial park that was dedicated to the men and women in Oakville who served in the first two wars, and I thought it was fitting to start November here. I posted the AHA today in a number of different places, and it was actually one that was written about a year and a half ago, but I wanted to bring it out because it was about beliefs, and I got a chuckle when my colleague was loading it. She challenged me and she said, do you really want to tackle this subject of, flat earth versus round earth? And I kind of laughed and I said, I'll do some explaining, Lucy. We get on the jaywalking, but I said, it's not about, the subject line. It really is about beliefs. And I explained to her, I said, I kind of have, three tiers that I work on. And I said, the first tier is thinking. The second tier is believing, and the third tier is knowing. So there's things that I think, there's things that I believe, and there's things that I know. The thinking part, we do think collectively as the AHA. We talked about in the AHA there. We do, because we are of one mind, we do think amongst ourselves. So we take that thinking to another level. So in other words, if we hear something within our tribe or on the news, or we read something or we experience or whatever, we can take all of that information that is being presented to us, and then we can think through it, right? Which is our intellectual mind that kind of applies factors. And from there, we kind of go to that next tier of what we believe to be true, right? Based on that information, our experiences, and what we've learned. And then the third kind of stage, which is the thinking, believing, knowing, that third stage of knowing is more about that third eye. It's more about the intuition. Like sometimes you can walk into a room and you walk up to someone and you just know right off the bat that they're either, having a bad day, or they're having a great day, or, something's bothering them, or they're keeping a secret or whatever. You just kind of have that sensation, that feeling. Or, you go to take a trip and you go, I'm just not sure about, taking a trip at this time. And then sure enough, you find out a little bit later on that, something happened at home that you were so glad you didn't take the trip that you actually listened to your intuition, right? But back to the beliefs. It really is irrelevant whether you believe in flat earth or round earth. I mean, I listened to something this morning where she made a case for both, and it made perfect sense to me. I was like, that challenged my beliefs again. But it really is about taking the human approach to challenge your beliefs. I was thinking about it when I was going to record this, walking through this park, about what I believe to be true about war, about how it was started, how it was initiated, how it was created, what the outcomes were. And in the last while, my beliefs about war and all of the factors have been completely challenged. And I am now at a point where I believe something very differently, because I was willing to take a new perspective from different people with different information, and realize that, I was following one perspective and one belief by a series of people who are kind of all on the same page, and doing myself a disservice by doing that, right? So again, circling back to that human approach, if over the last while, as I said, the last couple of years, many of my beliefs have been challenged, have been shaken, and I have changed my beliefs as a result. I mentioned that I changed one word in the AHA before I posted it this time. I don't know if you recognize which word that is, but it is pivotal to me challenging my belief systems and being open to something new. So I'm just going to suggest that, over the next little while, there's a lot of information coming out right now that is going to challenge your belief system. It's going to be really difficult for a lot of people to accept some of what is true, that they kind of hung their hat on the fact that it was not, and it's going to be a little bit, I'll say unrest, upsetting, but one of the things that I always say is the biggest fear in human beings isn't that we, isn't public speaking, as we may think, and it isn't even dying. One of our biggest fears, our greatest fears, is the fear of looking stupid. We will defend anything to not be humble, to not be made look foolish. That's the ego talking. So I'm just saying, over the next little while, when things are kind of shaken up a little bit, and they will be okay with that, okay? Just, kind of roll with it and go, wow, this is, I guess I just need to learn something new, or be open. Don't be afraid of it, right? That we do get humbled, and that's okay. As I said, this isn't about it isn't about ego, and it really is just about taking a human approach and doing the best we can do. And I always say that it's on our website as well, like our tagline about living your best life one aha at a time, and that's how we learn. So we're going to be doing a lot more of that. So come on onto the membership. We're going to really be taking that to the next level in terms of what a human approach means, what it means to succeed one aha at a time, and and we'll do that together, because that's just how we do stuff here. We just do it together, right? So always remember to take a human approach, and thanks for coming jaywalking with me, and of course, as I always love to leave you, succeed deliberately.